YouTube mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Yes, I got the cover today. Yes, you know why? Cause we coming with a Christmas horror stories. Man, yo, I think it's like 4 or 5 days to Christmas, y'all. Is y'all niggas ready? Hey, I know some of y'all ain't getting presents, and some of y'all like, y'all feel like y'all too old to be in the Christmas spirit. Nah, y'all just old. Y'all just old. Y'all pushing 100. Yeah. Yeah, y'all just old. Never mind. Like y'all too old to be in the Christmas spirit. Hey, go watch a movie. Turn on a movie. Get a blanket and relax. Like there's too much going on in the world. Y'all boys and girls be tripping. Like just have fun. Be in the moment. Yeah, stop worrying about them bills. Hey, I understand. Trust me, I understand. But hey, chill, chill, and breathe in, breathe out. You feel me? Like it's gonna be alright. But y'all, welcome new subscribers, new people, and hey ma, I know you watching. And y'all, I just want to thank y'all for all the love and support. And you feel me? Like I said, small, big channel. 5 subscribers, 10, 100, 1,000, a million. Like no matter what the number is, I'm gonna show love to y'all. I just want to thank y'all for like I've been doing this for like 3 4 months, bro, and like it's like I've grown pretty quick. Like I know I ain't like yet, but it's just like I don't know. Dang, I feel like I'm talking y'all head off. I feel like I'm talking. Man, my bad. Let's get to the video, bro. My bad. Hold on. Let me make sure everything turned up. All right, come on, let's go. Story 1.
Last year, just a few days before Christmas, I found a really cool ornament in a clearance box. It had a built-in camera to record a unique perspective on your holiday celebrations. I grabbed the last one from the store's dusty shelf and brought it home for less than $10.
Indeed.
I forgot about it until my wife, my 2 daughters, and myself decorated the house earlier this month. I told my daughters, who were 3 and 5, about the camera and told them we might secretly catch Santa in the act. I had a Santa costume in the attic that I received as a Secret Santa gift and intended to deliver some gifts in full view of the camera on Christmas night.
Okay.
My girls were overjoyed and went back and forth trying to find the best place to put the ornament on the tree. They had no idea that I repositioned it later so it could actually catch the living room at a good angle. In the nights leading up to Christmas, I turned the camera on to make sure everything was working properly. In the morning, I previewed the footage, just long enough to confirm the thing was working. Satisfied, I inserted the micro SD card back into the ornament and slipped in a new battery in anticipation for the big night. I didn't want to disappoint the girls with a failed recording. We enjoyed Christmas Eve as a family, playing board games and eating way more junk food than there was room for in our stomachs. Like we do every year, we let our daughters each open one gift for mom and dad before going to bed. The girls, still riding their sugar high, could be heard giggling in their bedrooms from all the way up the stairs. From time to time, my wife and I could hear one of them shush the other, claiming she heard footsteps on the roof or bells jingling. Eventually, the kids dozed off. My wife kissed me on the cheek and headed to bed while I turned off all the lights.
Shawty. Hey, I'm your man. A cheek? Come here. Stop playing with me. A cheek kiss? That's my wife is insane. Come here. I need all that. Come here.
I retrieved the costume and tiptoed to the living room, getting ready for my big feature film debut. I did everything you would expect Santa to do. I ate most of the cookies, drank most of the milk, pet my large stomach, and said my ho-ho-hos. I dropped a few presents by the fireplace, all in full view of the camera. I like to think to myself that I put on a pretty good acting show.
Okay.
On Christmas morning, the girls came running into our bedroom to wake us up. They excitedly insisted that we should watch the video before opening their presents. I transferred the footage to my laptop, forwarded to where Santa showed up, and pressed play. My girls squealed with delight and jumped in front of the screen, frantically waving at Santa while obscuring the video from my view. It brought me so much joy to see how happy the girls were. I was too lazy to stop the video, so continued to play in the background while they unwrapped their gifts. As I was sitting there on the recliner with my feet kicked up, I spotted a box that I had not seen the night before. It was small and wrapped in a blue foil paper that I did not recognize. My name was on it, but my wife seemed as surprised as I was to see it there. Noticing my confusion, my youngest daughter spoke. "Dad, that's gotta be for Mr. Elf," she said. Her voice was cheerful and bright.
Mr.
I was
Elf.
ready to dismiss her elf comment as just another weird thing kids say, but my wife wasn't so quick to ignore it. Honey, what elf? She asked. My daughter pointed to the laptop. By then, the video had ended, and all that was left on the screen was a video of the first frame. The one that came with Santa, she answered. Panic struck me like a bolt of lightning.
Nigga, hey. No. What are you talking about? Man, I would've, hey, right there. Nigga, I'm Santa. Nobody came with me. Who are you talking about? I mean,
I knew my wife.
Yes. I'm gonna have to ruin somebody's childhood, but hey, somebody's in our house. I'm sorry. Hey, I had to get to the bottom of it. There's no way.
Didn't dress up as an elf. I scanned the video, clicking forward and back until I saw what my daughter had seen. There was someone in the living room. He walked into the corner after I turned the lights off. He stood there watching me, parading around as Santa. The video went completely quiet after that. It was as though the camera failed to record a single sound. The strange, tall man, in an elf costume, stood perfectly still for over an hour, watching the camera from a distance. After a while, he walked up to the plate of cookies and bit the head off of the gingerbread man. I glanced at the plate and saw his teeth marks on the headless cookie. The man then quietly approached the Christmas tree. I thought...
So how y'all moving after this? Like, give me a play-by-play. Cause me personally, I'm burning the whole house down. There's demons. There's clearly a demon in my house. The whole house has to go. Like I'm not taking no chances. Like, there's no way. And why she didn't point out the elf before? Like, while we was watching, y'all giggling. What kind of elf hide? Hey, I'm not pressing you about your whole Santa theory. But hey, this ain't funny. He ain't like, what elf just be in the corner like this? Man, ain't no way, son. No.
The audio wasn't working, but as he reached the tree, I began hearing his slow and steady breaths. He reached towards the ornament, and the video stopped. In a terrified frenzy, I grabbed the blue box he left behind. I ripped the bow off and tossed the frilly thing away. I frantically removed the wrapping paper, opened the box, and looked inside. There, on a bed of bubble wrap, was the battery I'd put in the camera the night before. My wife took the ornament and opened the back. The battery was missing. I don't know what scares me more, what the camera caught, or what the elf might have done after he turned off the camera.
Nigga, that's it? Y'all don't know? Hey, no. There's no way. Man, why's all these Christmas stories like people breaking in? Y'all need some guns. Get a gun. Never mind, you can't really do nothing because you really didn't see my boy. So you
2 years ago, I was driving back home with my girlfriend. It was Christmas Eve, and my mother's family used to hold a large celebration at my aunt's house.
Yeah.
This was my girlfriend's first time meeting with my extended family, but she got on quite well with them. We spent the majority of the afternoon talking, playing poker, opening presents, and eating from an assortment of cookies and desserts. As the night went on, my girlfriend started complaining that she didn't feel good shortly before everyone left. Therefore, I'd be driving us home. It was around 11 p.m. or so. I was driving my girlfriend's car along Highway 211. Now, this stretch of road is surrounded by farms and dense patches of forest, and many parts of it are unlit. I had nothing to fear, given that I grew up in this area, so I knew this road like the back of my hand. The both of us were just driving and talking away, trying to make the best of her situation. There is a portion of highway that descends down an enormous hill before crossing Deep Creek. Surrounding both sides of the road are thick forests. There are no lights. The only thing we could see was the area directly in front of our headlights. I drove down the hill, crossed the bridge, and ascended uphill through the forest.
For sure.
At some point, when I was almost zoned out just staring at the road, something sprinted across the road so suddenly that I almost hit whatever it was.
Oh well. Hey, oh well. Man, y'all be caring too much. Hey, I don't care if it's human. I don't care if it's an animal. You're getting hit. What? Like, to be honest, what humans outside in the freezing snow anyway? That he or she is on time. You're getting ran over if you step in front of this car. And I'm gonna tell the police, hey, they did it to themselves. Simple. Cause no, there's no way. There's no way. Y'all, I remember them clowns. Me personally, you would have been got hit, drugged. You would have got drugged. Trying to get in front of my car. Nigga, stop playing with me. But I'm not one of them. Nigga, I got a Ram truck. A Ram truck. You think I ain't finna ram yo? Like, stop it.
I slammed on the brakes so hard, the tires were screeching and we almost spun out. I turned to my girlfriend and asked her if she saw it. She confirmed that she had.
Oh yeah, I don't have a Ram truck. I'm just talking.
But she couldn't make out what it was. Maybe it was a coyote, as they are a fairly common sight in this area, but something felt off about it. Whatever it was that ran in front of the car disappeared into the woods next to the road. Coyotes usually don't just dart out in front of cars.
Oh, yeah.
Not like that anyway.
I wasn't even worried about it.
So for some reason, I decided to check it out.
What type of it always they fault. What is you doing? Do it matter? It didn't hit the car. Like, what?
Turned the car around and switched on the high beams to better light up the forest in which this thing had
Why?
vanished in. I stepped out of the car and walked towards the woods.
You did.
I didn't see anything. But then I started thinking perhaps I made a grave error, or was too paranoid at the least.
No, you just goofy.
Suddenly, the car's horn blasted. My heart was pounding, and startled me to the point where my hairs on the back of my neck rose up. It wasn't a typical beep, if that makes sense. It wasn't a beep you'd hear if your driver or passenger wanted you to hurry up and get in the car. This was long and drawn out. I walked back into the car and asked my girlfriend why she leaned on the horn like that. She said nothing. Instead, she pointed to a spot about 50 feet from where I was standing. I looked over in that direction, and that's when I saw it. Surely, this was the thing that ran in front of our car.
A black
It was
man?
a man. He was wearing nothing but shorts. His skin was covered in dirt and mud, and in one of his hands, he was holding a hatchet. He looked back at us, and then began walking towards the car, smiling and waving to us. He stopped approaching and began waving at us, before turning around and walking back into the woods. Needless to say, we got out of there. Once we were safely driving again, my girlfriend explained.
Did you wave back though? I waited the little baby. Hey, this her first time coming to my house. Hey, better go hard, this girl. This is your trial. Man, stop playing me, boy. Man, you can play. I can play too. I mean, you could play. I could play too. I can play right back. I'm gonna play the game twice as good as you, cause I'm a player. I'm a winner.
What had just happened? While I was trying to look for the man in the area he initially vanished in, he circled back around and came out from another spot in the forest, just behind the car.
For sure.
My girlfriend had seen something out of the corner of her eye in the mirror, and that's when she saw him. Before she honked the horn, he was walking towards me, with his hatchet raised as if he was going to strike me. We called the authorities once we got safely back home, but they never found anybody. Or they did, and they just didn't tell us. But the officer we spoke to explained his theory. The man was obviously looking to ambush unsuspecting lone travelers, for Lord only knows what reason. We all agreed that my girlfriend's quick thinking saved my life, as it let my potential killer know that I wasn't out there alone. I moved back into the area recently, so I now drive that highway often. I have yet to see any more creepy men running around with hatchets.
Wow.
I can tell you that I'm definitely extra vigilant now, especially near Deep Creek.
The Deep Creek just sounds terrible.
Around 10:30 p.m., 2 nights before Christmas Eve, my sisters and I, who I'll call B and M, were sitting around and talking in my mom's room before bed. As we were wrapping up our conversations and saying goodnight, my mom asked one of us if we could get her a bottle of water. Because it's important to the story, we don't keep the water bottles inside the house. When we've kept them inside...
What type of shit? You don't keep the water bottles inside? Where you keep them? Why? What? Rewind. What the hell?
We don't keep the water bottles inside the house. When we've kept them inside in the past, my dad would often take them. It typically wouldn't be a problem, but he usually takes a sip or two and then gets another bottle, leaving several half-filled bottles to sit around the house.
Oh, no. The water bottles would have stayed. Yo, when it stayed. But what is you doing? You nasty freak. Boy, what is you doing? Boy, what? Hey, there's something about your dad we don't know about. Because what? Nigga said, twist the bag in it. No.
It aggravates my mom, so she just keeps them in her van.
Keep him in the van.
Anyways, Em and I went downstairs to get her a few bottles.
Yeah.
I grabbed the car keys from the kitchen and we headed out. As I was walking to the front gate,
Oh, this is a nice
I
neighborhood.
turned around and told her to come with me, since she was standing there at the
Hey,
door.
you know you're not gonna see nothing in this neighborhood. You're safe. You're safe. You don't gotta lock the car. Look, you got a gate. Yeah, this the good life, the sweet life. Yeah.
And not following me. She said it was too cold and didn't want to help. Annoyed, because she's always been stubborn with everything, I walked down the driveway into my mom's vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
As I was nearing the car, I saw a black figure standing in the middle of the street. I brushed it off and tried not to think too much of it, assuming that the person is probably walking through to get somewhere. I grabbed the water, but out of the corner of my eye, I could still see the person standing there, absolutely still. As I closed the trunk and locked the car, I saw him turn his head.
I promise you, y'all, if somebody trying to intimidate you, hey, to be honest, I can't spread that. But look, man, like every time somebody look me in my eyes, I just lock back in. I like if I'm walking in the store, bro, and like you look me in my eyes, I'm just going. Let's see who win the staring contest. Since you want to play, let's play. Let's play. Now let me stop playing. Hey, do not do that. People are crazy. Do not do that. I'm just playing. Hey, read your books. Read your books. And chewing gum. You gotta have gum. Y'all, a lot of y'all breath stink. A lot. Do you scrape your tongue? Brush your teeth 3 times a day? I know you don't. Look at you. You're looking stupid. Brush your teeth. Scrape your tongue. Matter of fact, that's really what make your breath stink. You just nasty.
To stare at me. I was so creeped out. I ran up my driveway, slammed the gate, and then ran into my house and locked the doors. I told my mom about him. She called my dad and asked him to see who was out there. My dad came home about an hour later. Apparently, the same person was still standing there and didn't leave until after my dad asked him how he was doing. 2 days later, on Christmas Eve, my grandma asked me to take some money over to our neighbor's house. Our neighbor owns a meat locker, and they allowed my grandma to pay them back when she forgot her purse.
For sure.
I was sitting in my comfy slippers, so I asked M and B to go do it. They agreed to go, but only if I stood outside the gate and watched them. The girls walked over to her front door and knocked. She didn't answer, so they stood there, waiting a couple minutes before they tried again. I noticed that after they knocked the first time, the guy I'd seen standing in the middle of the street 2 nights before was walking up the street. I got an eerie feeling, and was hoping the neighbor would hurry. He was 2 houses away when she finally answered the door. The girl said goodbye to our neighbor and proceeded to walk back to our house.
Okay.
They were walking up at the bottom of our driveway when the man was now at the starting point of our neighbor's driveway. He was literally 10 steps away from the girls. He started laughing. It was just this gross cackle of a laugh. The girls got creeped out.
This nigga's an anime villain. Y'all see like that SpongeBob, bro? Like, bro, when bro started laughing after he got the chocolate bars, and after he just scammed SpongeBob and Patrick. That's exactly what laugh I'm seeing right now, bro.
Finally!
that boy's going in. That boy, he like, I finally got, bro.
Started to run the driveway. He picked up the pace and approached them before he noticed me standing at the gate waiting for them. He looked me in the eye, bit his lip, and started whistling some weird, creepy tune. By now, the girls were inside the gate. The man started walking up our driveway, still listening, and I shook my head no, hoping he'd leave. Then he cackled again. When he was about halfway up the driveway, my dad came out. He still hadn't taken notice to him yet, but the guy in our driveway sure saw him. He looked me straight in the eyes, with a smirk on his face, and said, "You got lucky this time." He walked towards the sidewalk on the opposite side of my house, and continued with...
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What?
I was freaked out, and started to tear up. I told my dad about what happened right then and there. He was furious at the guy. He tried looking for him after, but couldn't find him. Later on that night, when my dad was letting our dog out, he saw the man walking down our street again. My dad approached him and asked,
"Why this nigga always walking? Did you have a place? Nigga, go home. Go home. Like, this is a certified creeper. Like, do you just cream? Cream. Get the video going. I'm done talking.
What he was doing. The guy smirked at my dad and just walked away. My dad came inside and reported the man to the police. Unfortunately, when the police got there, the guy was long gone. The next day, on Christmas morning, my sisters and I saw about 5 cop cars at another one of our neighbors' houses. We questioned it and told our dad about it, knowing that he's good friends with those neighbors. About an hour later, the police showed up at our door. They were there to talk to us about the same man standing in the middle of the street walking up our driveway and all that. It turns out that the guy had broken in through the window of our neighbor's daughter's room and tried to kidnap her. She screamed as the man tried to pull her out through the window.
Nigga, that nigga's on timing. Nigga. Oh my god. Just imagine, like, y'all, just imagine you in your bed right now, knocked out, sleep. You hear a boom, nigga, and then once you realize what's going on, somebody pulling you by your ankles. So you like, hey, what? Nah. Like, how can you prepare for this as a parent? How can you prepare? Like, it's not like you wanna. And some people, like, some parents be overprotective. Some of them, you can't protect your kids from everything. But like it's just like, dang, like, you really can't prepare for this at all unless you got the yeah.
The little girl's dad heard
But
the
even
scream.
then, it's like, yeah.
He walked into his 10-year-old daughter's room, instantly realizing the situation. He tackled the man and started beating him senseless.
Damn.
Meanwhile, the mother called the police.
Hey, I would have told him smirk now. I mean, jeez, like what's funny now? Yeah, it ain't so funny now. Boy, I wish I could say what I want to say, but I wish.
We live near a police station, so they made it to the house really quickly. After questioning him, they found out that the man had debated on whether he should go after me or the little girl at our neighbor's house. The guy was also a registered sex offender. He told the police that he...
Yeah, like how is he even living that, like, this close? Like, either he walking, like, to really creep, or, like, there's no way, because, like, if you a sex offender, don't you gotta, like, really, like, put that in the you gotta register, like, so you gotta be a certain distance away, don't it? I gotta do my research.
He'd seen me walking home from school a few times, but never got to do anything because I was always surrounded by friends. He told them that he'd even gone through our mail in hopes of finding out my name. He confessed that he was really interested in me, but knew that I'd put up a fight if he ever dared to try anything on me. After the cops talked to my parents and I, they asked me to leave the room so they could talk to my parents alone. I don't know what they talked about, but I spent the next few days bawling my eyes out. I was so scared to be at home. Even though the guy was in prison, I didn't feel safe in my home. I was horrified at the thought that the creep wanted to kidnap me and said those things. I consider myself to be very lucky. That situation has made me much more vigilant around strangers because you never know what they might have planned.
True. Hey, man. Hey, to be honest, imagine all this happened on Christmas. Like I would hate Christmas. I would hate it, but it's like Christmas would be a constant reminder of me almost getting gone. Like, that's why I see, like, every time I talk to somebody and they hate, like, a day, I know a person that hates Valentine's Day because they got done dirty. But, like, it's just some messed up people in this world. Like, and I say that, like, almost every time I watch these type videos, but it's like, come on, man. Like, how did we even get to this point? You feel me? Like, where were your parents? Like, how you go from a little boy, you're getting raised, you're getting brought up, now you want to take some girls? Come on now, come on. Where do we lose our sanity and our morals? Like, I'm just y'all see where I'm coming from? But y'all, hey, the world would never know what's going on in these people's heads. But y'all, like I said, I just want to thank y'all for, like, all the love and support. And if y'all enjoyed that video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see y'all next video. We out. Ugh.